All right, y'all. I gotta wash my linen for my event that's coming up. So I washed my save on taking it to somewhere else to get it. Getting prepped, y'all. Getting prepped. So while I'm on my break, I can put my linen in the washing machine so I can pack that in the pop-up bin that's in the garage. As I'm thinking of things, I'm trying to mark it off the list because it's already Tuesday and we set up on Friday and your girl still got a lot to do. So I'm utilizing my time management very well so I don't be overly stressed. And it's going to be a heat wave this week too. So yeah, I can't be stressed out here in this heat. All right. Um, Smart Final had me a little stressed out because they didn't have my apples yesterday. But the delivery truck came this morning and my case of apples are there. Now only one case is there. I need 2 cases, so I'm gonna go pick up today's case and I pray the truck to come tomorrow again with another case. So I'm definitely on my way to go get these apples. Oh, it's a heat wave. It's 94 degrees. Whoa, at 3:37. I got off at 3:30 and it is very hot today and it's going to get hotter as the week go by. So I got to pick up speed and get some stuff done because it's going to be too hot to do it on Friday, but I have no choice but to do certain things on Friday. I guess I'm going to have the AC blowing all day long. But I at least got the popcorn done and the candy shish kebab. So now it's just the candy apples I got to do. I got an email from the health department today. They said everything is good. They'll print out my health department permit most likely Friday at 3 o'clock, okay? They'll print it out. And I have to tape that to my tent to let them know that I did everything I needed to do to be there. And I have to print out my parking passes. That's something new. They normally don't have parking passes, but I guess that's easy to let us in the gate on Friday when it's time for us to unload the stuff. I'm quite sure Friday morning my husband's gonna get up. I'll help them. I'm actually off on Friday, so I can help them too. I keep biting my lip. Something's not right over here. Anyways, something hurts. Anyways, I'll help him unload the truck, my truck up, and make sure we get the tent and the tables. Oh, we gotta go buy a new table tomorrow. But make sure we get the tents and the tables up and put all the cloths on and what else we need to take out there? My sign and any stuff that we could take and zip it up in the tent. We don't have to worry about nobody stealing nothing because they have police officers that stand in the middle of the street with their cars all night long in the middle, especially where my booth is. I don't worry too much because they have several police officers that just spend the night. They block off the whole little area where we're at. So I don't worry about leaving nothing out there, long as it's not food and my electronics. But anything else, I'll leave out there. My chairs, my tables, all the stuff I need, my little miniature ice chest, I'll leave all that there. Because I gotta leave my house like 6 in the morning on Saturday. Well, it's set up start at 6, so I can leave at 5, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll be loading probably at 5:30, quarter to 6. But I'm gonna leave my house about 6:30 so I can get there by 7, maybe 6:15. No later than 6:30. So I can get there by 7. So yeah, we better leave here at 6. So that we can get there at 7 and because you got to be off the grounds by 8. But like we're going to have stuff already set up Friday night. I just need to unload my car and then go park my car. So it's not going to take me no hour to unload my car. And as long as I unload my car and get my car off the grounds where they're going to block everybody in at, The car's got to be off the grounds. I can always come back and set my booth up because the place don't open up. The event don't open up till 10, so I'll have plenty of time. But just getting it there is the important part. Once I get there, I'll set up. And I got some new different setup decorations too, so it's going to take me a minute to figure out how I'm going to make it happen, Captain. I could do a little mock, but it's hard to even do a mock because it depends on whether I have me sitting. You know, I might be on the end today. I might be closer to the bathrooms. I might be closer to the walkway. Long as I'm not by the sweet potato man, I'm fine because the sweet potato man brings a lot of business. But for some reason, they get a lot of customers, but then they don't walk my way. So I don't want to be by the sweet potato man. I was stressed out being by him the very first year. And furthermore, he doesn't mind smelling pee-pee. I, last year, was by my area, and we were next to each other, and the homeless people must have peed, and it was smelling like pee-pee when we set up on Friday. So I brought Fabulosa spray, the purple stuff, and he was like, I don't want my booth smelling like a Mexican store. And I said, I don't want my booth smelling like pee. So you pay for your 10-inch 10 by 10, and I pay for my 10 by 10. So you can have your area smell that way, and I'm going to have my area smell like Fabulosa. So hopefully I'm not by him. He's cool, folks. His son is adorable, but I just don't want to be by him. I did better when I wasn't next to him. So the very first year, this is my 3rd year vending at this Art and Wine Festival coming up. So the very first year, I was by him, and my sales was eh. And then last year, I wasn't by him, and my sales was beautiful. So hopefully I'm not by him. And I can't blame it on who I'm by, to be honest. It was the economy. The economy is special right now. So I really can't blame it on being by him, but I did notice that so many people went to him and they didn't even look my way. They came specifically for his sweet potato pies and they was gone. So, but I had a few people specifically come for me too, so I was so excited about that last year. She was like, I heard your name on the menu when they announced, I guess they give a listing on the website of who's going to be there. And she said, when I seen that you were going to be there, I came down here to make sure I got me 6 apples. So I was like, whoa, I was really excited about that. So let me stop talking so much and go on to Smart and Final because my head is sweating and it's very hot in this car. And I still got to go get the apples and go to the commercial kitchen to start to prep them. So I have a lot to do in this very hot afternoon. But I just wanted to stop by and say hi. And I'll be back, my loved ones. I'll see you soon. If you ever wanted to get a case of apples, Smart and Final is the place to go. You could get a fat old case for like $37, y'all. And I think it comes with like 88 apples. This is the spot to go to get your apples in bulk. Yeah, I do gourmet apples. I do caramel apples. And so I get the cases of apples from you guys here. Okay. By the case. Okay. Thank you. He's coming with my apples. Did you only see one box back there?
Yeah, there's only one.
Okay, hopefully the other box will come tomorrow, I heard.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Inside the store, this man keeps singing, my kind of lover. One verse he must keep saying in and out of his head. So he just stood by me at the store in line. I said, hey, you've been saying that one verse. He said, yeah, I was just listening to that in the car. I said, I could tell. He said that one verse over and over again. That's it. These are some yummy apples by First Fruit Farm. Nice and tardy. And it goes perfect with that beautiful taste of caramel dripping down the apple. All right now, I am taking a 5-minute break because your girl just came back from making her apples and I'm on my porch and I see a lot of guys are walking. I don't know where they're walking from. But I've been on the porch for about 5 minutes, y'all, and I done seen 7 people run the stop sign. It just don't make no sense. It's so dangerous. Now they done built a four-way stop sign here, but the people coming this way right here, they don't get the assignment. They keep running the stop sign. So if you see me looking up, that's because I got to make sure nobody run into my house like it has previously happened before. Lord, we'll talk about that on another video. But anyways, I am prepping for the event. I washed some linen today. I went and got the apples. Like I said, just came back from the commercial kitchen preparing the apples. I have to complete the shish kebabs. It's just one more step I gotta do to them. And let's see. All right. Now I pray that y'all can hear me loud and clear. I think I figured out the mic now with the help of my husband. So hopefully y'all should hear me much better, because you don't need to be hearing all these cars that's driving by. But guess what? I got 3 days left to this big old weekend at this wine festival, and your girl is on track. I got the popcorn made. I got the candy shish kebabs made. I prepped the caramel apples today, and I'm on the roll. Yeah, I'm definitely on the roll. I did the linen today. What else did I do today? I'm going to make sure I know where, well, I already know where they are, but I'm going to add more business cards to my bucket. I'm bringing my popcorn sign, my popcorn stuffed animals, this new Candyland rug that I got. So that's the whole thing, y'all. You want to be able to attract people to your booth, and you want to make it look inviting to come to. So I have a whole lot of different little figurines of, like I got this bubblegum ball that I actually made at a clay store, I guess you can call it. So my kids took me there for my birthday, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. And I made a bubblegum ball. And I don't know what my kids made. One of them made a lion, the oldest one, and I don't know what the other two made. But I have taken um, my bubblegum figurine. Oh, that's her. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. But the reason why I said that's her, that's the bus driver that didn't pay me. Those that's been following me. Yeah, I could tell. I could feel it because she refused to look over here. That's her. But anyways, y'all, my bubblegum uh, figurine attracts kids like crazy to my booth. So for the last couple events, I haven't brought it because I haven't had my candy shish kebabs there. But now I'm bringing my candy shish kebabs, and that just attracts people to the booth. So I made sure I got that packed. And for some reason, people think I want to sell that. And I have to explain to people that it's not for sale. I always get a lot of kids that like to touch it and ask to buy it. And I have to say it's not for sale. Just like my bubbles that I have on my table that I use for decoration. I have so many people that want to purchase them. I've had several people that stole them, even though I told them where to buy it from. But they were mad that I told them I wasn't selling it. So they decided to steal it from me instead. Um, so I like to bring things to my booth that is going to attract you to come to my booth, make it very inviting for you to come to my booth. So I use little plastic risers to rise up my food off the table, um, to make it higher off my table. I use boxes. I wrap up old Amazon boxes and just put stuff on top of that. I use crates. I use wood shelvings. Um, I use, like, when I break out the candy shish kebabs and display those, I use this little, I guess they put cake pops in there. Um, and so maybe when they make the cake pops, they keep them in there to dry. But it is a beautiful display case that I use, not for cake pops, but to display my candy shish kebabs. So I normally only bring one, but I think I might bring two. Um, we'll see. I'll have it for backup. But the health department, they are normally so late, y'all. They normally reach out to you on the Friday before the event at 3 o'clock to give you your permit to print out. I was so shocked to get that email today, a couple hours ago. Actually, while I was gone, we're gonna let that motorcycle go by. Actually, while I was gone, doing the apples, um, I got an email from the health department telling me the do's and the don'ts. Make sure everything is sealed up and labeled, and make sure you don't have the food on the ground. So I bring two tables, one for my food, one for my checkout stand, and then I bring two tables that I set up in the back of me, which is for the extra boxes of apples or whatever I'm bringing to put the food on, and one table for my hand sanitizer station. And then I use my wagons, my good old extended wagons that I use to even carry the food there. I also use that as storage to keep my extra apples in the boxes. Um, the apples that are in the boxes, they're inside that wagon. So I utilize the wagons and extra tables. So I'm kind of glad we get to set up on Friday, because setting up all that stuff on the day of is very, you'd be tired. And so I'm very glad that we get to set up on Friday. So with that being said, um, I'm getting I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. I'm a one woman shop, and I'm getting there for sure. Um, but it's going to be a good event. It's going to be 90 degrees, and yeah, your girl is getting ready. Um, what else? What else is going on? This year they told us to print out parking passes so that when we pull up on Friday, they know we're part of the event and the police can just let us in without a problem because they be having the streets blocked off. They start blocking off the streets at about 5:45. We could start pulling up and setting up at 6. So we're going to be parked. I think we're going to be there a little earlier because they always say at 6. And when I get there, it looked like people has been there a little earlier than 6 and are already darn near set up already. So that kind of be having me a little frustrated sometimes because not unless they got 25 people helping them at once. But yeah, I feel like some people be set up a little bit earlier than the 6 o'clock, but maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Um, but yeah, when it gets dark over there, it gets dark. And my husband, I'm telling you, he's the equipment manager. He already has it set up all by the garage. Everything we need for Friday. Flood lamp, all the stuff we need. He has it set up by the garage door. And I'm quite sure he's going to do a double take on Thursday just to make sure. Um, I have to have a wash station with water, a certain temperature inside the wash station. So I'll bring the catching bucket that catch the water. I'll bring that and the paper towels and stuff. I'll bring all that stuff on Friday. Only thing I want to have to bring on Saturday is myself and the food, and of course the cash and my electronics that I need to ring folks up. um, I like at this event, y'all, I like to have plenty of change. So on Friday, Saturday's the first, by the way, which is my cinnamon prayer day. Um, I like to have plenty of change. So I will be going to the bank on Friday to get like $300 in ones, just in ones by itself, because some of my stuff is like $10 or $12. So people will give, I'm quite sure, 20. Then I have to give them a 5 and 3 ones. And I think my candy shish kebabs are $5 or 2 for $8. Um, I don't know if I'm going to do 2 for $8 or 2 for $9, to be quite frank, because I paid extra money for some of these candies that I bought. I'm going to play it by ear. I already have the menu printed out. So I might just stick with 2 for $8. Um, yeah, I might. We're going to see if I'll do 2 for $8. Either way, a lot of my stuff is, you know, 12 or $14 or something like that. And I need to give change. And everybody loves giving 20s. So, with that being said, I like to have like $300 in ones and maybe $100 in fives and um, a couple tens, Yeah, but I definitely like to have that many ones because the ones go by really fast. And then sometimes vendors will come over and ask to buy some ones from you. Like last event I was at, but um, I didn't have a lot. Everybody was giving 20s. Everybody was giving 20s. So at that point, you gotta, ask people to pay debit or I have several forms of payment you can use. I don't feels like something's crawling on me every time I sit here. Um, I have several forms of payment: Cash App, Venmo. You can use the debit card or cash. Every now and then people ask for Zelle. I'll do it, but I don't really advertise that. But I'll do it if they need it bad enough. I will um, do Zelle. just to not miss out on the sale, okay? Um, so I'm excited. Like I said, it's an art and wine festival, and I sell desserts. So what happens is people, well, I shouldn't say they not gonna buy immediately, but and everybody don't drink, but it starts at 10 o'clock. So normally sales start rolling in for me, around 11, 12, 11 or so. But you just never know. I was running a little bit late on Sunday last year. I mean, just a little bit. I think it started at 10, and I got there at, um, I don't know, maybe 9:45. Yeah, I might have got there right at 10, but all I had to do was unzip my tent, and I leave everything there but the food, and just put the food up on the displays that I had. Um, but as soon as I started doing that, people were already like, "Oh my God, what do you got? What do you got?" And that was before, I don't know, they could have been drinking already. They start serving alcohol as soon as the place opens. So who knows? I just know that I was running a few minutes late, and as soon as I started putting up stuff on the displays, I had a line, and I was very blessed by that. So I'm gonna make sure I'm not running late. Um, but they did change the setup time. I feel the setup time last year was between 7 and 9, and they pushed it back to 6 to 8. Well, the setup, yeah, I guess the time that your car can be off the premises before the event started at 10. I think that was from 7 to 9. So now this year they pushed it up. You can set up between 6 and 8, and by 8 o'clock your car has to be off the premises because this festival is big, y'all. They block off several streets of the city, like several streets. The people that live there, I know they can't wait for that 2 day event to be over with because they have to detour all around that little particular area of downtown Fremont. So I'm a vendor at the Fremont Arts and Wine Festival, and it's pretty big. Like they have about uh, maybe, I don't know, 1,000 plus vendors. Um, and I might, well, maybe not that many. Maybe they have about, I don't know, maybe they have about 300, 200. There's a lot. I know it's big, and I can never walk around the whole thing. Even when I'm trying to set up on Friday, everybody's not set up. Now the carnival, and I'm down the alleyway where the carnival is, where they have a little play. It's like a miniature carnival. Kids can ride rides. So I'm down that main entrance. So it's called the Gourmet Marketplace that my booth is at. And so anything gourmet um, is down that particular aisle. And so hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. It's so hard to videotape sometimes on the porch because they be out here blasting their music. And so it's like, oh my God. Um, but anyways, like I said, it is so many vendors. Like I be trying to videotape on Friday and trying to go see people set up, but people trying to hurry up and set up before it get dark. And it get dark around 8, and people come out there with full blown like storefront booths. And so it's a lot of work to put these booths together. So thank God we could keep it up for the whole 2 days and take it down on Sunday. But it's a lot of work, And but it's worth it. I get excited going there. I make sure I bring all the lawn chairs, all the stuff, because I'm bringing a lot this year. So I need all the space in my truck. But I got a bigger car, though, this year, too. So that's going to help. Um, I'm not sure if my husband's coming Saturday. I think he is, because we got friends and them that are coming. Um, but I think he's hanging out with them and going to enjoy the festivities of the festival while I'll be working the booth. Yeah, a family friend um, lost his wife, and so um, he needs to just get out the house. Like this cousin soul picnic we had last weekend, we invited him to come, and he got out and he had a ball. So we're inviting him next weekend to come hang out with us. So him and my husband can go walk around the festival and go buy food and just hang out. I need to tell him that he needs to bring his fold up chair because I need the fold up chair for the booth. So I'm going to remind him that he needs to bring his fold up chair because his lawn chair, I can keep it underneath my table while they're walking around. But when it's time to sit down and eat, they're going to need a chair. Okay. So I'm definitely going to give him a shout out and tell him to bring his chair. But yeah, your girl getting ready for this event, and I'm excited, and I'm blessed, and I'm gonna bring y'all along for the ride. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna. This music is hopefully I don't get copyright. Um, my girl's coming over Thursday. I leave certain things for her to help me do while I do other things. So she's gonna come over on Thursday, so I don't have to pick her up at 6 in the morning to come help me on Saturday. So yeah, you'll be seeing us out there at the event, all right? I'ma stop because everybody is blasting their music tonight. I don't want to be getting copyright out here in these streets talking to y'all. I'm so glad my husband fixed my speaker, my mic. You should be able to hear me. I got this mic by FinFine, and I like it because it's a dual. It's a dual mic. It's a dual mic, so I'm wearing one. There's another one. It's an automatic recharger. You plug it in. I have a smart couch, so I plug it into the side of my couch. I got a tripod, so you don't need a lot of equipment out here when you're making your videos, y'all. I just got my tripod and my Apple 16 phone and their speakers. I mean, and these wireless mics. Um, and that's all you need to make videos. Look at all this. This is such a nice, beautiful day, and everybody just blasting their music, just blasting it, absolutely blasting it. All right, I gotta get ready. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, and without y'all watching my videos, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Um, it's a blessing, and you will see me soon. hmm It's supposed to be 90 degrees, and at 6 in the morning, it's not 90 degrees. So your girl gonna have to bring her change of clothes, and changing in them porta potties gonna have my nerves bad, but I'm gonna have to change from my leggings to my shorts because I can't wear shorts there at 6 in the morning because I'll be cold and I wouldn't get nothing done. But um, yeah, I'm gonna have to play that by ear. Last year, I think I wore leggings the whole time, but at 90 degrees, I don't know if I'll be able to wear leggings. I like wearing my leggings with the pockets that I can put my phone in them so that when people pay, I can check to make sure it went through. Um, yeah, I have to charge up all my equipment, my square, my iPad, my mics, my phones, and then I bring this little charger, battery pack charger that I bought from a vendor that I've never used, that I'm a charge to have as backup. My husband brings his too, but I bought one and I need to. It said it worked on my last phone. I think, did I have this new phone, this 17 when I bought it? Hmm, I think I did. I can't remember if I had this or not, but it worked on my Apple phone. It didn't work on my girlfriend's phone, but it worked on my phone. So we're going to see. I'm going to charge all my electronics up, including my neck fan. I'm going to have to show you where I got that from, but I thought about buying a fan that I put on a table that shoots out water like mist. We was at the rodeo about 3 weeks ago, me and my girlfriend, and they had that fan in the audience, and I was like, "That's heaven." So I might have to check that out. I'm gonna have to see if I can find that. It might be too late though, not unless I do Amazon Prime. But um, my husband don't want to see me buy nothing else from Amazon right now. I am Amazoned out. So we gonna see if I really need it or not. But Walmart might have one. I just know I can't be hot. I'm bringing apples, popcorn, candy shish kebabs, banana pudding. So yeah, I gotta stay cool. It gets hot out there. So I said I was going, and I'm still talking. See, I just love y'all to death. All right, I'm really going now because we got another one coming down the street with their loud music. Nobody ain't got time for all that loud music. All right, my loved ones. Once again, thank you. You could have been anywhere in these streets and you hanging out with Shell Bell. And again and again and again. I said thank you. Love you. Bye.